Hey y'all, you know what time it is. It is dessert time. You know your girl here loves sweets. Loves anything chocolate, loves anything caramel. Heck, I even like peanut butter. I like it all. Seriously, I like it all. Thank you, Daddy, again, for giving me your sweet tooth that I've passed along to my children and my grandchild. So, hey, that being said, we're going to make homemade brownies. I have mastered this recipe. We do not do boxed brownies in this house. Well, okay, occasionally, but 90% of the time they're homemade, and these are delicious. It's the perfect bite, the perfect thickness. They're not gooey, but they're not cakey in the middle, if that makes sense, and the top's got this crunch. They are delicious. I shared the recipe a couple weeks ago with my forever friend. She's the only one in this world that has this recipe. So that's because I love you. So I'm going to show y'all today and share my recipe on how to make these delicious homemade brownies. First thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 350. Then get you a 9x13 pan and grease the crap out of it. I pammed mine, so I didn't feel like doing the baker's joy this morning because of the flour. I didn't want the flour consistency on my brownies, so I just would Pam on it. So first thing you're gonna do is get your handy dandy mixer ready. I need a couple more of these, to be honest, as much as I've been cooking lately because I feel so good. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 sticks of butter, and I put mine in the microwave and I melted them for 1 minute. This is margarine, this is Blue Bonnet. You know how I am with butter. I love real butter. But Blue Bonnet margarine is better in these brownies, and I really think it's because of the fat consistency. So we're gonna put 2 sticks of melted butter in my blender, or mixing bowl, whatever you wanna call it. To that, we're gonna add 3 cups of white sugar, y'all. 3 cups. That may seem like a lot, but don't knock it till you try. So there's 1, and yes, I'm measuring. 2, 3. Then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna measure this one. Okay? Get your mixer on, mix it on high for 1 minute. So far, so good, right? Okay, after 1 minute, after this is done incorporating and mixing, it'll turn your sugar and your butter mixture and your vanilla kind of look like an off-white creamy color. And that's when you know it's right. To this mixture, we're gonna add 4 eggs, and we're gonna do 1 at a time. And let me just show you. Here's your 1 egg. Then we're gonna mix. Oh shoot, I got a shell in it. And I got it out. Saved the day, y'all. I hate when that happens, don't you? All right, so there's 1 egg. So we're gonna mix it up 10-15 seconds. That's the key to these brownies. I'm gonna leave my mixer going. I'm gonna keep it on low. We're gonna add the 2nd egg. Hopefully no shell this time. Okay. That's mixed. We're gonna add our 3rd egg. I've never seen a brownie recipe with so many eggs in it, but they're very good and they're thick. 4. All right, we're gonna crank that up to medium high on our mixer and let it just mix real good for just a few seconds. Once you know they're mixed up and incorporated really good, shut it off. And we're gonna add 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm using gold medal. 1 1/2. It's not a lot, is it? It's like 3 cups of sugar to 1 1/2 cups of flour. Then, don't think I'm crazy, it works. 1 cup of cocoa powder. So let me get it in my measuring cup. These are my absolute favorite, y'all. I hide these from my kids because I love them so much. But I think I'm going to share with them this weekend. Okay, 1 cup of cocoa powder. Then we're going to measure out, and I'm really going to measure 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's it. We're going to put our mixer on high and mix for 1 minute. But I'm not going to crank it up a little bit until it gets a little mixed up because we're going to have cocoa powder flying everywhere. Learned that the hard way. And again, I do life the hard way. Here we go. I'm going to crank it up, let it mix for 1 minute. I'm going to stop halfway through the mixing up, and I'm going to scrape down my sides and the bottom of my mixing bowl just to make sure we get it all. Because you don't want the cocoa powder or the flour mixture sinking to the bottom and not getting mixed up. So I'm going to mix this for 30 more seconds. Then we're going to add, with a rubber spatula, 1 cup of chocolate chips. Okay, we've got our batter ready. It's beautiful. See how it looks? So good mixed up and airy and frothy. We're going to add 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I love these. I love Hershey's milk chocolate chips in these brownies. I've tried Nestle, I've tried Walmart brand, and I just use a half bag. I've tried Walmart brand, I've tried Kroger brand, and this gives it a much better flavor. It's just good. When they're on sale, I buy a few bags at a time and keep them put up because if I don't put them up, you know what my kids do? They get them and they eat them by the handfuls. Or on Saturday mornings, we'll make pancakes, and Blake loves chocolate chip pancakes. So we'll put some in there. Okay, got the batter ready. I'm gonna pour it in my 9x13 grease baking dish. Then we're going to put this in a preheated 350 degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. You don't want them underdone, but you don't want to overbake them either. This is one of those bowls where you want to lick it. Mama always let me lick the bowl when we were little. My brother and I would fight over the bowl or the beater sometimes. I did my kids the same way. They say not to eat raw eggs, but we're all still kicking and alive. All right. Let me show you. Here's what the batter looks like. 350, 40 to 45 minutes. I'll see y'all when they get done. Y'all see our sourdough bread starter? You know how we fed it this morning? Look at let me show you. Can you see the consistency at the top from feeding it? It's growing. It's got about 4 more hours on it, and then I can stir it up with some flour and some other stuff. I'll show you that step too, so we can have fresh bread for the weekend, and you won't be sorry when you make this, y'all. Brownies are out of the oven. Look, can you see? This is a 9x13, and it's literally almost at the top. See the crust? It's crispy, and when it kind of cracks like this, you know it's done, and you know it's going to be fantastic. You know how I always cut things out of the oven and taste test them as soon as they get out and burn my mouth. Guess what? I can't do that with these brownies. These have got to set and cool for 1 hour. Oh, the smell of this is going up my nose. They've got to cool for 1 hour before you can touch them, cut them, anything. So you got to have a little willpower. To me, that's kind of hard, but I got to do it. I just got to do it. So I hope you guys go make these homemade brownies. They're delicious. They're amazing. And once you switch to homemade, you will never buy a boxed brownie again. I promise you. So go try these this weekend for your family. Let me know if you like them, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I love you.